Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to my studio. This is Paint with Lovejoy. Thanks so much for joining me. If this is your first time here, please subscribe to the channel and check out the other videos. And if you're here for a second, third, or fourth time, thank you so much for coming back and getting creative. Alright guys, it's going to be another fun painting for my first time painters. So grab your supplies, make sure you turn on your favorite music, and as always, make sure you take your progress pictures as we go along the process today. Now we are going to start with the background, and we're going to kind of be abstract painters with the background as we fill up the space, and then what solidifies our composition is the black silhouette design. So we're going to start off with a light yellow, and that can be white plus yellow. Kind of your call if it's equal parts, 1-to-1 ratio, white or yellow, or maybe more yellow. In this particular video, I do use a bit more of the yellow compared to the white and yellow mixture, but feel free to switch it out to what you want. And I did just demonstrate a few different brush strokes to try a few different ways to apply your paint. Whatever you feel comfortable with as we apply this, just kind of stick with that. Now we're filling that light yellow or that yellow color towards the bottom of the canvas, and then we'll be making some kind of a yellowish pink next. And here that yellowish pink was just adding, kind of putting the corner of the brush in the red and adding it to that white and yellow mixture. And it kind of creates kind of a salmon color, kind of a light pink, yellowish pink. If yours happens to be more pink or more orange than what I have going, totally okay. And I am overlapping that color with a little on top of that yellow a little bit and doing a little bit of blending. And then here I'm making it a little bit darker, adding a touch more of the red for kind of a medium pink or a medium orangish pink. And if you prefer more of a pink color, you can start with the white and add the red and go for straight up pink. I kind of like a little bit of the yellow added to it. It just kind of warms it up and keeps it with those nice kind of sunset colors. But whatever you want to do, feel free to add that. Now at this point, I am cleaning the brush after I've added the shades of pink and going back with just a little bit of yellow here. So do anything that you want to these two color sections before we move into the shades of blue that we'll be putting on the rest of the canvas. So if you want to go back to the yellow, you can. If you want to go back to more of that orangish pink, if you even want to throw some white in there, but go ahead and do this now to your warm colors, and then pause the video, take your progress photo, clean the brush really good, and then we're going to move into light blue. And that light blue, we're going to pull some of that white aside. Tiny amount of blue pigment will go a long way to make that light blue shade. And we're basically going to fill in the rest of your canvas for this color. And as you come close to the other color, totally okay to overlap some of those shades of that yellowish pink. And you'll kind of create a new kind of softer, kind of purplishy, yellowishy color. But feel free to just kind of play with that transition as you are coming up close to the colors. It is okay to overlap it. And if you happen to be on a stretched canvas, I do recommend that when you get to the edges of your canvas to carry this color around the sides, tops, and bottoms of the canvas. It just looks nice when you hang it on the wall, having that color wrap around the edge. And here we're adding a little bit more blue to the mixture, going for a medium blue and slapping that right on top of that light blue. Again, we are keeping with rather primary colors today, red, yellow, and blue with white and black. So you do want to do everything that you want to your background now. If you want to go back to any of the colors, you can grab another brush and go back to your yellow and pink colors like I'm doing here, but do everything that you want to your background now, then you'll let it dry and then you'll move into your silhouette design. So here you can see where I made a bit of that medium pink, that yellowish pink, and just going back and with light pressure kind of blending it in. But all of these colors on my background are still wet. And if you're inclined to kind of finger paint and do some of your blending, go right ahead and do that. It's quite satisfying and tactile. So go ahead, pause that video, take your progress photo, let this fully dry, and then you're going to move into black paint. And right now I'm using that middle flat brush, kind of putting the ground on there, and then we will jump down to that small pointy brush, do kind of a line drawing of the ostrich. We've got 2 of them that will go on here, and then any other little details that you want. Again, carry this color around the edges and the bottom of the canvas, just so it looks a little bit nicer. All right, so for the ostrich, you're welcome to practice this on a scrap sheet of paper, and I've got 2 different style ostrich on here. And basically we're starting with the body on both of them. So starting with this kind of oval shape, and then we've got kind of this nice little curve for the neck. We will add a little oval in there for the head. We'll do a little tail, and then add the legs. And I'll keep it kind of as the outline, so pause the video as you need to, and just observe what you see and the simple shapes that you see within the larger shapes. Try not to overthink it, and just kind of focus on what you see. And each time that you paint this, or you go to paint something different after this, you will see different shapes, and you'll start to see more details the more that you paint. So once you kind of do have your outline done, you are going to fill that in with black paint and just kind of solidify that silhouette design. If you are finding that your brush is shaky as you're going to apply the paint, that does mean that you are holding your breath. So if you exhale as you apply the paint to the canvas, that will help with your process. You're doing a great job. I'm really proud of you for painting at home. All right, doing nice. So we've got that first ostrich done. The second one will be slightly in a bit more of a action pose, but we're going to kind of start out the same way. We're going to kind of get that body shape in there. This one has a bit more of a flare tail as he's running. There's the tail. And again, just pause the video as you need to, observe each of the shapes, and just mimic that to the best of your ability. If you would like to do a different type of silhouette, feel free to Google whatever design or subject matter that you want, and break that shape down that you see in the Google images. Just break it down kind of simple. Look for your circles, your cylinders, your triangles, your boxes, and your rectangles. All right, so again, this ostrich is in a bit of a running motion. So he's got a little bit of a fat leg up there, nice little thigh, and then his leg that is in motion, and then this leg will be touching the ground, and then we'll fill in that space. If you are inclined to switch out colors and maybe do a purple ostrich or a green ostrich, or actually go in with the black and white of their coloring, go right ahead and do that. This is just kind of a simple guideline to walk you along the steps. All right, so got that filled in. So the rest of these things that we'll be doing are completely optional. So if you want to add more than what I do or less than what I do, go right ahead and adjust this for what you need. So we are going to do some grass at the bottom, and I am using that pointy brush, light pressure, and I am starting at the edge of the canvas. And if you're on a stretched canvas, just kind of go right around the corner and then round your brush around the corner and then make these little flick marks. You do want to kind of use light pressure and think of these as each dash mark that you make is a blade of grass in this silhouette scene. So sometimes you may have some tall grass, some places maybe a little bit smaller. Your grass is going to be overlapping. If you have really healthy and good irrigation where this grass is, but add as much or as little as you want. And as the video moves along, there are birds in the sky that I will add, and then kind of a tree off in the distance. Each one of these subject matters are optional. So for those birds, just kind of making a little M shape or a V and give it wings. And then in that bottom left-hand corner, we're going to put kind of a tree off in the distance. So it'll be a bit of a smaller tree. So starting with that tree trunk, and then some of the branches that are going to shoot out using light pressure. So treat your brush kind of like a pencil as you make some of these smaller lines. And if you want to make your tree larger or bigger than what I have on here, go right ahead and adjust the size of the tree that you want. And then we're just going to do little dots overlapping for the foliage. You can move up to the other medium flat brush if you need to, but just a little tapping, repeated dots overlapping each other will create for some nice foliage on your tree. So great job, you guys. This is looking good. Anything else you want to add to your painting, go for it. But thank you so much for getting creative today and stepping out of your comfort zone and giving painting at home a try. So until next time, cheers. Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed the process of painting and I hope how you liked how your paintings turned out. I'm really proud of you for painting at home. As you're uploading your pictures to social media, please tag me at or hashtag paintwithlovejoy or email me your pictures paintwithlovejoy@gmail.com. I really enjoy seeing those. I try to post them on social media and encourage other beginners and first-time painters to try painting. So please share this with your community and keep getting creative. If you have any comments, feedback, suggestions, things you want me to paint in the future, go ahead and leave a comment and I will answer them as quickly as I can and try to get those new paintings in my production list and on the rotation. So thanks again for taking time out of your day to get creative with me. Don't wait too long to do your next one. And until then, cheers.